Hey gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. I have got my cup of tea, my queen cup of tea. It's a peppermint tea as always, because that is what I literally love to drink. But I wanted to do a video today, a chatty video, sharing with you how to get out of a rut with manifestation, how to reset. This was a question that popped up time and time again in my Instagram Sunday Q&A, which I do every single week. And I was like, okay, we need to do a video on this because clearly this is a hot topic that lots of people are wanting some tips, tools, and advice on. So that's exactly what we're going to go through today. But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach, 3 times best-selling manifestation author, law of attraction YouTuber here on my channel, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Spiritual Queens Badass Podcast. And here on my channel, I cover all things law of attraction, manifestation, spirituality, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you are going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here on my channel over the last 10 years. So then, why do we get into a funk? Well, I have actually done a podcast episode on this as well, where I'm going to slightly focus on slightly different angles of it. So I'm going to link this episode below as well, because it's 48 minutes of pure goodness. We go so deep. So if this episode really sparks your interest and you get a lot from this, then I would definitely recommend going and listening to that podcast episode as well to go even deeper with it. So they go nicely hand in hand together. But we need to find out, first of all, what has got you into that place of feeling like you're in a rut. So a rut can feel like many things. Maybe you've fallen off the bandwagon with manifesting, life's got busy, and you just have kind of slacked with your practices. Maybe you've just let it dip and you've kind of fallen out of that routine and you're like, I need to get back on track. Maybe that's the rut you found you in. Maybe you have gone through a particularly difficult period in your life where your energy has had to focus on other things. Maybe more important things have come up which need your focus and your energy. So that's the rut that you found yourself in, that you haven't had the time and the universe has kind of just really called your energy to something else within your life that needs your attention. There are so many things or situations that you can find yourself in a rut where you feel like even if your manifestations aren't working, maybe you are sticking to your practices and you are like being consistent with it, but actually maybe it's more of a case of you're just not seeing those results in the physical. So you're like, well, I'm in a rut because I can't actually see the manifestations in the physical. So no matter where you find yourself in this rut scenario, there are plenty of ways that you can reset and get those manifestations and abundance flowing. So as I speak about in the podcast episode as well, it's important to identify how we've got into this place. And I see places of stuckness or feeling like you're in a rut, a huge opportunity for realignment, for resetting, and to reevaluate your priorities and reevaluate your manifestations as well, because maybe you've been trying to manifest something for a while and it's felt not good. It's felt like I'm just trying my hardest, Emma. I'm doing these practices. I'm trying everything. I'm throwing everything at it and nothing's working. And that is an opportunity for us to reevaluate. Is that actually the goal that you want? Like, is that still what you want? Is that still in alignment for you? Is that still what you want to manifest? Because if you've been manifesting that since the beginning of 2023, for example, does that still feel in alignment with the version of yourself here and now? So that's a great inquiry question to ask yourself, first of all. Does this desire does it still feel in alignment with me here and now? Because it may have evolved, it may have changed a little bit, and that's okay because that is life, right? Life happens. We change, we grow, we evolve. And our desires and wants and needs change and evolve with that and grow with that too. And that's the beauty of life. So you can then take that takeaway or aha moment and epiphany almost of, oh, actually my desire has up leveled or changed, or maybe I don't even want that at all now. And then you can not manifest that thing, or you can evolve it with that clear vision moving forwards, which gives you that reset energy. Now, if you haven't been able to do your practices or focus on your manifestations for whatever reason, then that's a slightly different approach. So you need to give your energy to what is calling you in this season of your life. You know, if you are not able to give 110% to your manifesting practice because there is a family or like a family member or loved one that you really need to help, or there's a situation that is, you know, requiring a lot of your energy, then you have to honor that, because we are always exactly where we need to be. And I think a lot of the time with manifestation, people really expect themselves to be this high vibe spiritual queen every single day, who's manifesting every single day, every single week. And while yes, we are always manifesting, and while yes, we have the possibility to manifest at any time, we are cyclical beings. We are not designed to be high vibe in that divine masculine summer outer masculine energy all of the time. It is not possible. We go through cycles and seasons of our life, as we know that nature goes through cycles and seasons throughout the year as well. And we have our own inner seasons as well. So for me, over the summer, whilst it was the outer season of summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, for me, I very much felt in my inner winter energy, where I was still able to manifest with the divine feminine energy, but it was such a more gentle approach instead of the big masculine outer summer push that you feel with that energy. Now, for instance, this week I very much felt in that masculine energy again, where I'm able to push and take action. So we go through these cycles very quickly in our life, very frequently. And we need to honor what season of our life we're in. What is the energy you're working with? If you are in your inner feminine winter season energy internally, then there's no way that you're going to be able on the outer to be able to push. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your energy, and you have to listen to what you are being called to focus on at this season of your life. It can feel counterintuitive to do that. It can feel counterintuitive and be like, well, if I'm not focusing on my manifestations, then they're not going to happen. Well, actually, the opposite is normally true. That actually, by focusing on what you're being called to focus on, you're honoring yourself, meaning that you have naturally the energy and time and space to focus on what's important to you. And there's been absolutely times throughout my life where I haven't been able to write a whole long list of manifestations because I'm just not in that season. I'm like, there's a few goals and I just want to like keep myself accountable and set some monthly intentions, but there's not like huge manifestations that I'm working towards at that time. And that's okay, because that is that season of my life. And sure enough, when the time comes and I want to focus my energy on manifesting something again, it drops into my awareness, I set the intentions, and I follow that process. So if you're someone who is maybe struggling to even set intentions at this time, honor that too. There's a reason for that. Maybe this season is about taking stock of, just like Autumn teaches us, taking stock of all the blessings and gratitude and incredible things that have happened this year for you already. And actually, maybe it's a time for you to slow down just a little bit and take stock and listen to your body and what you need in this season of your life. So it's really important that we have that awareness of cyclical living as well, because there's such a, like, I would say, not great teaching in the law of attraction sphere around like, if you're feeling funky, you need to be high vibe. But the thing is, if we never had bad days, if we never had really difficult situations in our life, and if we never experienced those inner winter, more sort of like, I don't want to say down days, but just more kind of like restful days, then how would we know what the opposite is? How would we know what a high vibe, happy, aligned, feeling good day is if we didn't experience the opposite? And, you know, even like from a sustainability point of view, if you are trying to like push and be super high vibe and positive every single day, like that is draining in itself. Like that is not consistent. Like that's not going to be sustainable for you. So really you have to look at what is sustainable for you in this season of your life and what maybe wasn't working, because this is a great opportunity to sort of audit your practice and audit your life and be like, okay, why am I in this rut? Was I doing too much? Am I just having to focus on something else in this season of my life? Maybe there's not big goals that I need to work towards right now, and that's okay too. Maybe it's that you just want to give yourself a kick up the bum and get back into manifesting and get back into your practices. Maybe you're feeling that divine masculine summer energy start to creep back in and you're ready to take action. You're ready to, like, maybe after a period of being in that inner winter energy, you're ready to take action and go now. And that's okay too. So for those people who are ready to take action and who feel called to within their body to start manifesting and get back on things and get back on track, so to speak, then I'd really recommend something like Positively Wealthy, my second book, to help you in that. So it's a 33-day fun manifesting book. So it is literally there to guide you. Now there's gentle practices in there each and every day to get you raising your vibration, to get you seeing abundance and feel and see that abundance flowing into your life. So something like a little practice book or a challenge is great to do to just reset and restart that energy and get you in that container of feeling good and seeing them, like, the law of attraction in action again. So I definitely, like, even myself over the years when I felt like I've needed that little kick or boost, I definitely do turn to books like this or practices or challenges just to really kind of, get me in gear and get me focused, because I see those shifts with that consistency and momentum that is built in those containers. But also take stock of what's not working. So reflect upon your practices, your daily rituals, your manifestation practices, and think about what felt really joyful for you before. What did you love to do? What could you not wait to do in your manifesting practice? And what maybe felt like a bit like a chore or a bit of a drag, or felt like, oh gosh, I've got to like sit down and do that today. You know, don't make your spiritual practice separate to you. Don't make your manifesting practice separate of, I must sit down and schedule time to manifest. I am now going to manifest. Make it an integrated part of your life. So do think about what brings you lots of joy, what doesn't maybe spark that joy, because it shouldn't feel like a chore. It shouldn't feel like that you have to go and be spiritual. You have to go and manifest. It should be something that is integrated into your everyday life. So filming this YouTube video is a manifestation practice for me. It's part of my practice. It's part of my integration, like integrating manifestation into my day. Recording the podcast that I did was part of my manifestation process. So of course, not everyone's going to be filming YouTube videos or recording podcasts. I get that. But even the most mundane things like work or things like chores, things that you're doing, can absolutely be a manifestation practice in themselves. Like you can integrate things into that. So like, for instance, if you're, I don't know, like cooking, could you repeat some affirmations whilst you're cooking? So could you listen to a manifesting podcast while you're cooking, for example? So there's lots of ways we can integrate and weave in manifestation into our daily life. So really, when you want that reset, we've got to do something different, because what you have been doing is kind of got to this stagnant point where you're feeling in a rut and you're feeling stuck. So we have to make a change. And that means by making a change, we have to do something different. So whether that is committing to a daily practice for a week, whether that's listening to a manifestation podcast each day, whether that is meditating, whether that is setting some monthly goals. Maybe you haven't done that in a while. So look at what you haven't done in a while. Look at what feels really good for you in your manifesting practice normally, and look at maybe what you can do moving forwards to create that shift, create that container for change. So consistency is key with it. And that's why you don't want to go all guns blazing and be like, right, before I did like a 20-minute morning routine of X, Y, and Z, and I'm just going to go in hard and do that again. Maybe that works for you, maybe not, but it needs to be sustainable. You want to create consistency that lasts and consistency that feels good. So I would start off small, start off with one thing, whether that's a gratitude practice, whether that is watching this video and committing to, right, for the next few days, I'm going to commit to watching a YouTube video to inspire me, or a podcast or a book. Maybe you do the Positively Wealthy challenge. So just commit to doing one thing, because when you commit to doing that one thing, then you're able to see it through and see the results from doing that thing. You don't want to scatter your energy left, right, and center, hoping for any kind of result. You want to commit to one thing and give it your all, so you see the benefits and results from doing that. But look at what this period of your life, or this rut that you found yourself in, is teaching you. What is the lesson here? What is the universe slowing you down to highlight for you? Because at the end of the day, there is so much beauty and lessons that can come even from the times we feel physically stuck. What season of your life are you in? What cycle are you in within yourself? And when you can witness and take the pressure off yourself and be like, whoa, okay, I'm in my inner winter right now. There's no way I can push with my manifestations. Actually, I need to learn to receive. I'm in that feminine winter energy. So the receiving energy is more what I need to focus on right now. So if you are in your inner autumn or winter, that doesn't mean you don't manifest. Of course, you can still manifest. We're always manifesting. It's more about working with the energy and the season that you're in and your energy levels to be able to see consistent results with it. So doing something differently creates the catalyst for change and for shift and to feel your energy changing. So if there's any tip you could take away from this video today, it's do something different today. Don't just go and do the same things that you've done maybe every day for the last few months, which is like you found yourself in this rut. Stop yourself in your tracks and do something different. Maybe that's you wear something different to work today. Maybe do your hair in a different hairstyle. Maybe you walk a different route on the dog walk today. Something as simple as that, right? Maybe you choose a different and new meal to cook tonight. So do something different. Maybe that's a gratitude practice. Maybe that is tonight, instead of watching the TV, you're going to sit down and you're going to journal or you're going to do a meditation. None of these things have to take up huge amounts of your time, but they have the opportunity to create huge shift in your life by committing to just that one thing that you change this week. So I want you to commit to this now. Think of what's one thing you can do just for 7 days to get back on and get yourself out that rut with manifesting. And if you're someone who is feeling like I'm stuck with manifesting and maybe I'm still doing everything, I haven't fallen off the bandwagon, but I'm not seeing those results, then again, this applies for you as well. Simplify to amplify. Look at your process, look at what you're doing. You're probably doing too much. I've been there myself. And look at where you can strip back. Where can you strip it back to the basics and reset? Where can you reevaluate what it is you're working towards and making sure that feels truly in alignment for you here in this season of your life? So I want you to let me know down below what it is you're going to do this week to reset and one thing that you're going to commit to over the next 7 days. And if you remember, obviously I hope you do, but if you remember, come back in 7 days time and comment below your comments telling me or telling us how that has shifted things for you. I always find with manifesting that it's not about like, oh, how can I just get back onto the track of where I was? Like that clearly wasn't serving you to some degree. So it's about really resetting it and resetting the energy so you can move forwards with a clear energy of like, I'm doing something different. I'm creating a change by doing something different. Even if it's like a practice you've done before, it doesn't have to be a completely new practice you've never done before, but it's switching up the energy and switching up your routine so that you reset and get back into a flow, a new flow of what feels good to you and something that's going to really support your manifesting practice and your desires coming into fruition. But I hope this video has really helped you and given you some inspiration and some ideas on what you can do this week to reset and manifest getting out of a rut. We all go through these seasons in our life 100%, and it's just having the tools and the awareness. Sometimes we need that positive reminder, even myself, to try something new and to not necessarily go back to what we were doing, but looking at what new routine or new practice or new energy we can bring to our manifesting rituals and practices. But let me know what you're going to do below. I can't wait to hear what shifts for you. And yes, I'm excited to see what happens for you the next 7 days. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below because I reply to them all. And don't forget, you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a fabulous day, whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love.